Córdoba is a city that thrives on history, tradition, and culture. Walking its streets, you can feel the weight of centuries in its architecture, festivals, and way of life. But some traditions, while deeply ingrained, raise serious concerns, especially when it comes to animals. For visitors, it's easy to get swept up in the romance of a horse-drawn carriage ride or the sight of tiny birds singing from their cages in local shops. But what's charming on the surface can have a darker reality underneath. This isn't about shaming anyone. Many people simply don't know what goes on behind the scenes. But if you love animals and you're visiting Córdoba, there are some things worth considering. In many houses and many local shops, you'll see birds crammed into cages so tiny that they can barely move. This isn't just an occasional sight, it's everywhere. Birds are naturally meant to fly, to stretch their wings, to live in flocks. Yet here, they're kept in conditions that feel frozen in time, as if modern awareness of animal welfare never reached this corner of the world. Unlike some other forms of animal captivity, this isn't for conservation or education. It's simply tradition, something that's been done for so long that people don't even question it. And while Spain moves slowly when it comes to change, it does move. Bullfighting has been banned in some provinces, and awareness of animal rights is growing, even if at a frustratingly slow pace. What can you do? As a visitor, the best thing is simply not to support it. Avoid buying birds, and if you see them in distress, mentioning it to a local might plant a seed of awareness. Change starts with small shifts in attitude. The horse-drawn carriages, a tradition that really needs rethinking. You see them in cities all around the world: Victoria, Canada, New York, Seville, and of course, Córdoba. The image is romantic: a horse trotting gracefully down the street, pulling a beautifully crafted carriage. But the reality is much harsher, especially here. Córdoba gets brutally hot. In summer, temperatures regularly hit 40 to 45 degrees Celsius, 104 to 113 degrees Fahrenheit. Horses with their thick bodies and sensitive skin suffer immensely in these conditions. They stand for hours, exposed to the blazing sun, waiting for the next customer. And beyond the heat, there's the constant strain on their legs from walking on hard pavement, the pain from the metal bit in their mouths, and the exhaustion from pulling heavy loads. Many tourists don't think twice about taking a carriage ride because it looks like a normal part of the city's culture. Yet imagine walking barefoot on scorching pavement for hours while pulling a cart. It's not so picturesque anymore. What can you do? If you love horses, the best thing you can do is simply choose not to ride. Opt for a walking tour instead. Córdoba is best explored on foot anyway. If enough people make this choice, demand will drop, and traditions like these will start to fade. It's easy to feel frustrated by slow change, but there is movement. While bullfighting still exists in Spain, some regions have banned it completely. Awareness about animal welfare is increasing, even if it's not happening overnight. Córdoba has so much to offer: stunning history, incredible food, and an atmosphere that feels like stepping back in time. You can enjoy all of this without contributing to practices that harm animals. Small choices make a difference. So when you visit, choose wisely, walk instead of ride, observe birds in the wild rather than in cages. Enjoy the beauty of Córdoba while respecting the animals that live here too. Because real appreciation for our place means caring about all its inhabitants, not just the human ones.